As a LOP, I hold so many meetings with my members, wherever there are matters that require meeting, and this was one such meeting. It related so many issues, including a matter that has been in the public media relating to the alleged 40 million bonanza. I invited them as a follow-up to the meeting we had at the parade quarters, because some did not attend, and I invited them to particularly communicate to them in no uncertain terms that anybody received this money, the only thing they can do is to return it wherever they picked it. And that was the essence of the meeting. I communicated the party position very clearly, and I wanted them to understand it, that they do not have a position different from what the party has. That was the meeting. Nga bulijjo nga bwe mbasinga na waliwo ensonga enkulu kolido zibaddemu amawulire agabaka okufuna obukaddaana ne mbayita mbategeeze nti wabeerawo yabufunye ekisooka kya bumenyi bw'amateeka, ekyokubiri wabeerawo yena era azirina azizeeyo, oba yazifunye mu butamanya oba yazifunye mu kumanya azizeeyo, kubanga position yaffe nga NUP ate obuvunaanyizibwa bwange okubategeeza ekiba kisaliddwawo n'okubakwasa empisa. So kibaddewo wa NUP asobola kujeemera kibiina kubanga amateeka g'ekibiina tewali mubaka atagamanyi agakwata ku bya bisaliddwawo. Ekisooka gye mwabiwulirira saaliyo saawulira naawe gwe wawulira ki? Kati bye wawulira saabiwulira nenzize kubategeeza position ya party. Tewali aŋŋambye nti yazifuna badde buvunaanyizibwa bwange okubajjukiza discipline n'okubajjukiza parliament kiki ekikkirizibwa okufunibwa mu parliament ekitakkirizibwa, abamu nga bali abapya. Ensonga lwaki ne meeting esuse eddakiika 3.
The National Unity Platform, we still maintain the position, first of all, that we don't tolerate corruption. That's number one. Number two, we still hold the position that whoever received unclear money should return that money. We established in the meeting that there are a few of our members who got communication about gratuity. You know that majority of the members of NUP are new members. They are aware of gratuity money, and some of them were hoodwinked. They didn't know what it was. Some of them thought it was gratuity. Others were not sure what it was. So we advised them that if you got money that is not paid through your account, that is not clean money. And we advised them to return the money, and they have told us they complied.
Party position after this meeting. Has there been any changes in what the party president instructed members of parliament to do?
No, our party position has not changed. It's a very clear one. As NUP, we do not believe in corruption, and that's what we called this. In our discussion with these members, a couple of them tell us, look, they had heard about gratuity and all of that, and so they imagined this was gratuity. But we made it succinctly clear to them that, look, any money that does not come on your account is problematic money. You see, even that which comes to your account. Remember, in the previous parliament, they gave them 29 million on their accounts, but it was still wrong. So we made it very clear, unequivocally clear to them that any money that does not come onto your account is problematic money. Okay? So you cannot pick it, you cannot make use of it, and our position has remained as such. We told them, look, everybody that picked it, do return it, and they have told us they have complied because that's the right thing to do, and it's a lesson going forward. All our salaries, our emoluments, they come onto our account. So no one should ever be hoodwinked. That now there is money for this field work, there is money for this trip. Everything that is to be paid to a member of parliament has got to come to your account. So if anyone ever tells you that there is money for this activity, for this engagement, you're to pick it from here or here in cash, it is wrong. And we believe that they have gotten the message. And so for the few to whom this happened, I believe this should be the last time that it gets to happen.
We are not going to pretend around that people did not get this money as a bribe and it was corruption. And we are not going to carry anybody's cross. As the party position is for all those members that picked this money, this bribe from wherever they picked this money from, and those that have so far come out and confessed, but they are not willing to come out in open because they have been threatened that there are legal implications. They will be sued by the IGG, and they are questioning them on where they picked the money from. It is too sad that the person that gave out this money is today pretending that she did not give out this money. Because they have fear in them, we are not going to carry their cross. For all those that took Ugandans, the money that is made for Ugandans, taxpayers, they should bring the money back, because it's corruption, it is broad day theft, and they should actually be put to prison. It is so sad that it's such an institution that is supposed to be pro-people. Instead, it is stealing from the people. Thank you. Well, I do not speak for the party, but I advocate for the party to take action.
What is called of you? Because we have a party to build, we have a nation to represent, we have a team we are leading. The people behind us expect a lot from us. And also the voters, our supporters, who are pressuring us not to take back the money. I am requesting, I for one from Kasanda South, I request, if you feel like you cannot vote for me for the next term just because I refused or I didn't go for this bribe, I respect you and I request not to vote me, because I will stand for the values I believe in. I will stand for the word I told you initially when I was coming in 2019, that I will stand by your side. Either way, even if I have nothing, even if I have the little I get, I will continue serving you the way I've been trying. And as we see that maybe if we get the change we want, we can live a better country when we don't need bribes for someone to come and look after their constituents, when the government is awakened to its responsibility and people are no longer in a cry for medication, for education, for the roads, either for the way we are living, like the cost of life today. Because many of us, or many of the people who are calling us, are attributing this to the high cost of living. Don't take back the money. We are living under harsh conditions. We shall not do that. We have values we stand for. We have a future to build. We have a leadership role to do, and we shall always do that in respect to our party, to our country, and to what we believe.
And they had started returning it.
So that's why I issued that statement. One, I'm saying Parliament does not belong to a political party or an individual political party. Parliament is a citizens' institution where political groups or even individuals are free to participate. But there's a responsibility for everyone who participates in the building institution called the Parliament. Today, the National Unity Platform is the largest opposition party in the Parliament. That comes with a responsibility. It is why the leader of the opposition comes from that party. It's why that party nominates a commissioner to sit in the parliamentary commission, which is the topmost organ managing parliament. So NUP has got the leader of opposition and a commissioner to sit in the commission, the apex body in charge of running the affairs of parliament. The same party appoints the most critical oversight committees of parliament, because accountability function is more to do with the opposition. And they know how public finances are managed. They hold other accounting officers responsible for the expenditures where they have the responsibility. In the parliament, they equally hold the clerk to parliament accountable for the monies from the taxpayer that is allocated to parliament. And the NUP is aware the clerk to parliament, one, is a lawyer of reputable standing. Two, they are aware that the clerk to parliament effects only payments that are statutory. And there is no other way he would have paid 40 million to a member of parliament in cash. There is nowhere Honorable Adolphe Mwesige would have got the money to pay out. That is a fact that our political leaders are aware of. We get surprised when members come out to say they are being paid by parliament. And the same members know when parliament is paying, it pays through the bank. The oversight committees of Parliament that are chaired by NOB should summon the clerk with evidence that you have drawn this money from the Parliamentary Commission account and paid members of Parliament outside the established financial regulations. This would be a very progressive way of holding institutions to account. Yes, we are members of Parliament to understand the implications of unfounded allegations in institutional building. There is holding an institution to account. There is playing politics at the expense of the image of the institution. That is what we discourage. We want Parliament to bear responsibility, but Parliament consists of members of Parliament. The first center of responsibility is a member of Parliament. You make an allegation to the media with the intention to cast Parliament, the very institution they are serving, in a bad light. Of course, I'm aware that there is also politics of trying to smear the current leadership at Parliament, especially the Speaker, Right Honourable Speaker, and it among, for reasons that are political. We should also know the Speaker is elected by peers, by the same members of Parliament. You remember 415 elected her to be Deputy Speaker, and again they elected her to be the Speaker. But there are those who may not have wished her to be the Speaker. But unfortunately, the politics is a game of numbers. The majority said the right person is Right Honourable Speaker, and it among. It is only important to respect the choice of your fellow colleagues. She does not run a bank in her home. I hope you know, fairly I know her. So I speak as somebody who has unfettered access to her. She has no bank. She has no safe for money. And she has no legal basis to commandeer cash in billions and then pay out to members of Parliament. Where is it possible? You draw from where? That's what I'm saying. As the members of the Fourth Estate, hold us to account as Parliament. But let it be based on professional fairness and vigor. Let us be suspicious of Parliament, because that's the right thing to do, so that we do better. But let's not elevate the transporters of falsehood from point A to point B as the righteous ones. That's why I asked the question. If indeed the members felt they received a bribe from wherever, are they blind to the Leadership Code Act? That stipulates that the giver and the recipient are both guilty of corruption. If they are not guilty, that's why I asked, why wouldn't the members go to IGG? Why run to the media? The intention is to gain maybe a publicity stunt. You know, sometimes politics has a game, depends on the public perceptions. So some people go at length to try to quote public relevance. But it should not be at the expense of another person or another institution. We wouldn't like politics like that. Any other question?
What do you think? Bafunye sente zino. Abaka ba parliament bafunye sente zino wadde yaziba wadde yavuddeyo ne yeegaana nti teyaziba wadde nti bwe banaavaayo ne boogera amazima nate ofisi ya IGG egenda kubanoonyerezaako tetugenda kusirika kulaba nti abantu bavaayo ne bakkiriza tetwafunye sente n'abamu ne batukonfesinga kinoomu eriffe ate kati essaawa zino kubanga batidde etteeka neyaziba wadde balowooza w'amaanyi nnyo ajja ku interferinga ne institution ya IGG nti era bwe bavaayo ne bakonfesinga oba ne bazza ssente zino nti amateeka gagenda bakwata babbye ssente babbi bayaaye bavundu era tebasaana na kubeera nga bayitibwa ba honorables. olw'okubba ssente z'eggwanga oba ssente z'omuwi w'omusolo.
Musigaddewa ku party
Tusigadde ku party position abo abatwala ssente bazzeeyo ssente. Tujja yimirira wamu n'abo bonna abatwala ssente nga basazeewo okuzizaayo ze baazijja kubanga baali bamanyi zino ssente za muwi wa musolo era tezayita ku akaunti zaabwe baazijja wa kinnoomu.
Sale aweebwa abantu bonna abagezaako okufuna ensimbi zino ezaali zimenya amateeka ffenna zitumanyi obulungi ndowooza yaweddeko era buli omu amanyi ekyokkola. Olunaku olwaleero ffe tusigala statement yaffe eri emutwimyaku ekyo pate kyeyasalawo kuba tukkiriza okulya enguzi si kirungi ate nayo bye twalayira ebirayiro bye twakuba okukuuma ssemateeka y'eggwanga okukuuma ssemateeka w'ekibiina kyaffe n'essuubi lye twawa abakulembeze oba abalonzi baffe twabasuubiza obutalya nguzi kubanga tukimanyi zino ssente zaagabiddwa ziyinza okuba teziriko obukwakkulizo obubateereddwako nga yo twalaba mutogikwatako naye tukimanyi ziriko omusaayi gw'abantu abagenda okufa olw'ensonga tebalina maddagala malwaliro kuliko abenjigiriza abaana abali mu kubonaabona essaawa eyaleero olw'okuba amasomero temuliimu bibayamba kubanga babeera mu masomero tulinamu obulumi bw'enguudo nga ne disitulikiti y'e Kasande essaawa eno tukyakaabira okufuna road unit tumaze emyaka 5 tetufunanga yadde n'ebyuma ebikola oluguudo twewola bwewoza okuva mu baneiba mukyo nze nyongera okubiriza ababaka bannange abagenda ne bakemebwa mu kikolwa kino okubanga bazzaayo ensimbi zino tezirina kalungi kezigenda kubaleetera obubaka obulala nga maliriza abalonzi baffe abatuteeka ku pressure abatukubira amasimu nga mutugamba ngayo talina kuzzaayo nsimbi zino tuzireete mu bitundu byammwe zibayambeko mu kubanga ziba mwesanyusa abamu zibayambeko mu beyo project gye muteekawo mu kyalo nyongera okubategeeza nti nze Kabuye Frank sigenda kukikola era nja kubeera mwerufu nja kwogera kino gwawulira nti kikukosa era ng'olaba toliddamu kunneesiga kunteekawo ng'omubaka w'ekitundu kyo nkwegayiridde nja yimirira ku ekyo ojja kukola ky'onaaba osazeewo nga ggwe omuntu naye nze Kabuye Frank sigenda kugyayo nsimbi olw'amasimu ge mutukubira tumanyi bulungi biki bye twabasuubiza tumanyi bulungi biki ebituluma mu kitundu kyaffe emu ku bitunyigiriza nti abantu abatukulemberanga baaliyo baali enguzi era ne basobola okubanga batuleetera okubanga naffe tubeera mu kubonaabona singa mwami Museveni takyaliko naye bamulemezaako olw'enguzi gye yabawa mu kyoffe tetugenda kukkiriza era tubimira ne party position okubanga tugaana enguzi okuweereza bannayuganda.
Kakati tubadde mu meeting ya caucus eya NUP kyenjagala okutegeeza eggwanga nti NUP tetukkiririza mu bukenuzi oba obulya bw'enguzi oba obubbi obw'ekika kyonna eyo position tugimaintaininga position endala gye tumaintaininga nti omuntu yenna eyatwala ssente ezitamanyi eziri unclear ezitamanyiddwako ensasula yaazo azizeeyo. Meeting gye tubaddemu tukizudde nti bamembers baffe abamu bapya kati waliwo ssente ezisasulwa abaka parliament gratuity ezo ssente ziri mu mateeka kati abamu tebabitegeera abamu balimbibwa abamu ndowooza ne balowooza bagenze ku kimaki essente za gratuity ne tugamba nti ssente za gratuity ziri mu mateeka ziri mu constitution era ssente ezo zisasulwa omuntu yenna ng'oyita ku account yo buli payment oba olaba ne zino trips zetugendako oba field work activity yonna buli ssente ya parliament omubaka parliament emuteekebwa ku account ye ne tugamba wabanga waliyo omuntu yenna wa receiving ssente nga teziri mu account ezo ssente si ntuufu ne tubagamba bazizeeyo ng'ekibiina bwe kyabagamba kye twa maintaininga nabo ne batugamba nti bagenze n'ekyo ekibiina kikikoze kyekigambye
ng'ekibiina position yaffe terinakyuka kubanga ffe nga NUP tetukkiririza mu buli bwanguzi kankiyite bwentyo era twatula ne bannaffe tubategeeza nti buli kiisi yafuna ku ssente zino azizeeyo munnanga abantu baffe bano abamu batunnyonnyodde nti bawuliranga ku bya gratuity naki ndiso babuzaabuzibwa naye tubakalaatidde ne tubakakasa nti kaakati ng'omubaka ssente y'omubaka yonna oba musaala oba emoluments oba ki zijja ku akaunti y'omubaka olaba ne ku akaunti oluusi bateekako enkyamu nga mujjukira paalamenti eyaggwa babateerako miliyoni 29 nga zibuzaabuza ku akaunti ate nazo nga zaali nkyamu katubagambye nti ssente zitajja ku akaunti yo okusookera ddala ezo ziba nkyamu tebabuzaabuza nti ate kaakati zino ssente oba za field worker zino ssente za gratuity jangu ozikime wano mu cash nedda ssente y'omuwaka oba salary musaala oba emoluments zijja ku akaunti so ekirungi batugambye nti bakitegeera abawuddisibwa era batugambye bazizizaayo bwe kirina okubeera so katusuubire nti kino kijja kutuwa ekyokuyiga nga tugenda mu maaso omubaka ssente z'okwatako zokka zize ku akaunti yo z'olina okufuna naye zino ne bakubuzaabuza nti ate kaakati jangu ozikime wano oba za field worker oba zaki zikime wano kikyamu kirungi nti abantu baffe bakitegedde abantu baffe si baana bato, bantu bakulu. Okay, so bwe tubannyonnyola ne batulaga nti yes ensonga bagitegedde, baba baali babuzaabuziddwa oba ki, ne batulaga nti bagitegedde, tubagamba nti kakati muzizeeyo, ne batukakasa tebazizizaayo nga bwe zaavaayo, bwe kityo bwe kiri.